Hey guys, Joe Smith here. Over the last 20 years, working with Brian and his business, and Joe Smith having his shop business alongside, and just hanging out, chatting, doing some studying, research on the internet, taking his advice. Joe Smith has learned quite a bit about business over the years. And Joe Smith's not claiming that he knows everything about it. There's probably still a lot more Joe Smith can learn. Joe Smith might even have to go do some business classes at the community college at night or something to learn more. And some of you guys might want to too. And this little bit of rant, Joe Smith's going to apologize right now for probably using some cuss words that Joe Smith don't normally use. So, if you're a snowflake and have sensitive ears, little kid, turn off right now, please. But it seems like every single fucking day anymore, Joe Smith turns on the YouTube, the news, the TV, the CNN, the Fox, the fake news, gets on the internet, reading YouTube comments about some news story about stock market or businesses or Amazon or Walmart or whatever. And every fucking day some fucking moron is bad-mouthing some CEO when they don't even know half the fucking story. I'm not saying that CEO is right or a good person or anything. Maybe some of them CEOs out there deserve to be badmouthed, but at least understand what you're talking about before doing it. And furthermore, Joe Smith's mama taught him if you ain't got nothing good to say about someone, don't say nothing at all. So if you don't like someone, be the bigger man, keep your mouth shut, walk away. Whether it's some corporation CEO or another YouTuber. Okay, we're all adults here. And Joe Smith's not pointing this at anyone's direction on YouTube or not calling no one out here, not trying to start a fight. Joe Smith just using his First Amendment rights to share his point of view on the topic and hopefully get some of you to stop and think before you go and open your mouths and sound dumb or that. Like Joe Smith's daddy once taught him, it's better to keep your mouth shut and people think you're dumb than to open it and remove all doubt. So, please, not try and start no fights here. Just try and let some people know some stuff that they probably don't know. You might learn something here. And that's the point of Joe Smith's videos, to learn people things. But people are talking about, like, oh, Jeff Bezos has so much money it should be illegal. He needs to give some of that money to other people. Well, he does give it to other people. A lot of people. He's tried to give it to more, but they turned it down. Or politicians like AOC stopped him. He wanted to build a new office, another home office building in AOC's district. And just forget how many it was, but talking about like 50,000 new jobs with the average person making 50 to 100 grand. Not just between the home office and apartments and condo managers and construction managers that built around there, construction employees, restaurant owners of our new restaurants that would have opened nearby in that area. would create a ton of new businesses, not just Amazon employees at that building, but all the gas stations and restaurants and apartments and condos and hotels and stores and coffee shops and whatever that would have been built around there. AOC stopped it from happening. You know, AOC the socialist, who's making 174 grand a year plus benefits and whatever other book deals or speaking deals and that, probably making 200 grand a year, and she ain't gave a dime back to anyone that invested in her campaign to get elected. Jeff Bezos has. Jeff Bezos pays stock dividends every year on Amazon stock owners. People that invested in Jeff Bezos' campaign by buying stock in him to become a big business. People are like, oh, Amazon employees only get $12 an hour or $15 an hour, whatever. It's like, well, it's more than what a lot of them were making. A lot of them were staying home making nothing. Or only making 10 an hour or 8 an hour. It's like, well, Amazon could pay them more. It's like, well, what if they don't want to get paid more? Of course, you're like, what do you mean? Who don't want to get paid more? Well, more people than you think. Walk into any Harbor Freight, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, fast food place, restaurant, ask the waiter, making $2 or something an hour plus tips. You want to quit your job today and go work something else, getting paid double tomorrow? Joe Smith tried it. Joe Smith asked people, no experience needed. Finish out today. Come work with Joe Smith and Brian tomorrow, doing landscape mowing, working on mowers, painting, fixing fences, whatever. No experience needed. We'll teach you. We'll start you at double your current wage. You know what everyone said? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm making as much money as I need right now. If I make more than what I make now, I might lose my food stamps. Oh, that sounds like hard work and it's hot outside. Oh, what if it rains? Like, well, then you gotta work later the next night. Well, I don't want to work more than 8 hours in any given day. Well, I'm sorry. If it rains one day, we gotta do 12 or 13 hours the next 2 days to make up. We still make as much a week. Oh, then I'll miss dinner with my mommy. Joe Smith here and Brian's businesses. 1,500 employees over the last 15 years we've gone through. That have turned down more money. That we offer promotions to, offer higher pay to. And they quit because they didn't want to learn how to do something new. They didn't want more responsibility. They didn't want to work more hours. Brian's hired employees, pay them $200 a day starting. They work 2 days and say, see you next week. We got you scheduled for 5 days for $1,000 this week. Uh, this is exactly what one of them said. Joe Smith was even there, heard it, and freaking laughed afterwards and told Brian fire the fuck for it. And Brian did. But the 25-year-old kid said, I only need to make $400 a week. Don't matter what I get paid a day, I just need $400 a week. As soon as I make my $400 a week, I'm done for the week. I'm just doing this for beer and smoke money and go fishing. I'm going to go fishing the rest of the week. I've already made my $400 for the week. My old lady makes good money and good tips at her job. Oh, those poor employees that only get paid $12 an hour when the CEO is getting paid $3.5 million a year. Yeah. Where are they? They're not chained to the register or to the burger machine. Most of them, that's the only job they could get. Most of the 1,500 employees in the past, too fucking stupid to read the arrows to wind the string on a weed eater. Even after showing them multiple times, still couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure out how to tap the head on the ground to make the string come out. Takes them an hour to do a 10-minute weed eat job. Because they have to keep stopping and fucking around with the weed eater head. On a brand new $400 weed eater. Steel. Poor $12 an hour employee, well that's $11.99 more than he's worth. Then they start bawling and crying and walk away because they can't figure out how to read arrows to put the string in. When you point the arrows out and show them that you keep winding it the wrong fucking direction, and they start yelling and screaming at you. It's like, well, my mommy said I don't have to put up with this where I work, so I'm going to quit. Poor $12 an hour employee. Getting paid $18 an hour more than what he's worth. Should be paying us to fucking babysit them and put up with them. And all their bullshit excuses. Oh, I can't work tomorrow, my dog ran. I can't work today, my dog ran away. Next day, I can't work today, someone broke into my ex-girlfriend's shit. Next day, I can't work today, my grandma in Texas died. Poor $12 an hour employee getting paid $25 an hour more than he's worth. Should be paying us $18 an hour to babysit him. Let's go back to Jeff Bezos. He's got all this money. He makes all this money every year. Amazon barely breaks even on the retail side. It's Amazon Cloud Storage that makes the money. And the Amazon stocks. Jeff Bezos only gets paid $82,000 something, less than $83,000 a year salary from Amazon. Compare AOC's $174,000. Base. But Jeff Bezos worth billions. Well, the stock he owns is worth billions. At the moment. Stock market crashes tomorrow. He lost half his worth overnight. One day. Like having a baseball card collection. Any of you guys have baseball cards when you're a kid? You're like, oh, this baseball card is worth $20. Okay. Take it to Walmart and use it to pay for $20 worth of stuff. Oh, that's right. You gotta find someone that'll give you $20 cash for it, and then you can use that $20 cash. Same with stock. Gotta sell it. Jeff Bezos sells all his stock tomorrow. Yeah, he's still going to be worth that much money, but then once he spends it, he won't be. Stock value goes down, it'll be worth less. Here's the thing. The reason why he has stock is because Amazon offers stock, and not everyone bought it. Like, oh, this is just some online bookstore, it's not going to last. Someone else could have bought all of Jeff Bezos' stock, and they could have been worth billions. But like the great philosopher Mick Foley once said, they just didn't have the testicular fortitude. Have you heard the story about Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak? They originally had a third partner. It was a three-way split with a share of the company and profits. Forget the guy's name. Have to look it up. But he didn't think that company was going to go anywhere. Figured just kind of waste of time. So he sold his share to Steve Jobs, or Wozniak might have bought part of his share. Don't know the exact details. Had he kept his share and stayed with the company, he would have been worth like some $38 billion today. Oops. Again, like Jeff Bezos, other people could start an online bookstore or other online store, or work harder with it, but no, nobody was willing to pay them a wage to do it. Mark Zuckerberg said to work for free in his college dorm. Make websites. He didn't get paid to start it. Jeff Bezos didn't get paid to start Amazon. Bill Gates didn't get paid to start Microsoft. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak didn't get paid to start Apple. They're just tinkering around in their garages or basements or whatever on what was considered to be toys at the time. Most of them. Back with the guys when computers were first becoming popular, or the Apple and the Microsoft guys. Everyone else was out drinking and partying. People work at Harbor Freight now, or McDonald's, or whatever. Well, tell them to go apply for a different job if they're not happy with what they're getting paid. Plenty out there. They go mow lawns for double the pay. Joe Smith had employees in the past for like, oh, we're not getting paid as much as what we should be because Joe Smith was able to go buy a BMW convertible. Well, you know why Joe Smith was able to buy a BMW convertible? Because 25 years ago, Joe Smith decided not to smoke cigarettes and decided not to smoke weed. And the money that Joe Smith would spend on that bullshit every week for the last 25 years, Joe Smith put in a savings account. Joe Smith's not buying toys and luxury items off his employees' hard work in the here and the now. Joe Smith is the money that Joe Smith is spending in the here and now is money he made working his ass off and not blowing on dope 20 years ago when you were getting smashed and high. So don't be bitching that Joe Smith is making all this money. Joe Smith turned down the party invite and saved his money. Earned interest over the years on it. Everyone else, as soon as they get paid, it's gone. They go shopping the next day and blow it. Go party that night. Brian once had an employee, $1,500 a week. That's first paycheck. Cashed it. Went and had one hell of a big party. Blew it all in the bar and strip club that night. So hungover. Missed work the next day and appointments with customers. And estimates he was supposed to give. He got fired. For missing out on estimates that would have ended up being $50,000 worth of work, in which he would have got paid like some $12,000 over the next 5 weeks. All because the second he got his one big paycheck, he went and partied and blew it like a rock star. Some people, don't matter how much they make. You know how many lotto winners are broke and bankrupt within a year? At least half of them. You tried that universal basic income, whatever it's called, with some black women in Mississippi or Alabama, some poor black women, for like 2 months' time. Money they gave them each week, they go get, go enroll in school or college classes. They use it to start a business. They put in savings. They said there were a few of them that did catch up on some bills that they owed or pay down some credit card debt, but most of them, they got the money on Friday, it was gone on Monday. New hairstyle, new clothes, new shoes, new purses, designer handbags, expensive clothes, eating out, booze. Now they're broke again. Gotta wait the rest of the week for their next handout. When the experiment ended, half of them were pissed. Some people, don't matter what they make, they'll always be broke. They'll spend it faster than they get it. Say, oh, I can't buy food for my kids at $12 an hour. Well, other people can. Quit having more kids. Paying $30 an hour, they still won't be able to afford food. We've had employees here pay them $20 an hour starting. Show up 4 hours late, 5 days in a row, all week long. $80 a day. $400 first week income lost out just from being late. Get this, they worked an hour and went home. $20 an hour, scheduled for 60 hours, opportunity to make $1,500. They worked 5 hours and 5 days. Oh, they wanted us to feel sorry too. They're like, well, didn't you hear? I need brakes on my truck. How am I going to buy food? Well, maybe you should. You see that case of beer in your truck and that pack of cigarettes in your pocket and that one you're smoking right now? You could use that money for food. Well, I have the God-given American right to buy smokes and beer with my money I make. Well, yeah, you do. And you have God-given American right to starve to death and die in ditch, too, for spending it on that shit instead of on food. It's like, oh, you're blaming us because you showed up 4 hours late? 5 days in a row? Then you only worked an hour and went home? I'm sorry, that shit come up and whatnot. Well, that shit was worth more than $20 an hour? It was worth more than $1,500 a week? And don't blame us. You don't got money for brakes on your truck. You got shit that's more important. You just said so. So Joe Smith's tired of hearing about, oh, the CEO makes $3 million a year while the employees are only making $10 an hour. Like, McDonald's CEO makes this and McDonald's employees only make this. Well, you don't even know what McDonald's employees are making. And the employees that you're referring to aren't even McDonald's employees. You know, maybe that's why you don't get paid more, because you don't even know what company people are working for. Those employees at your local McDonald's don't work for McDonald's. They work for a customer of McDonald's. They work for a franchisee of McDonald's. A franchisee is a customer of a franchisor. A franchisee purchased the business from McDonald's. McDonald's makes its money selling businesses and real estate, and selling appliances and booths and tables and signs and licensing trademarks, collecting royalties from customers. The customer of McDonald's, the franchisee, is one making the money off the work that the employees do and the food that gets sold. And all the franchises nationwide, average franchise owner only makes 50 to 60 grand a year. And they had to pay anywhere from $60,000 to $2 million up front to get that 60 grand a year salary. That they're probably working more than 40 hours a week for too. If one of their employees screw up, well, they're the ones that get sued. Brian's trying to franchise his business. He's giving franchise away for free. Nobody wants one. Nobody wants to be the boss. Nobody wants to give up their $12 an hour wage and make $100 grand to $1 million a year being the boss of 30 employees. It says it ain't worth the bullshit. It ain't worth the hassle. If you're the McDonald's CEO, you probably want $3.5 million too. Otherwise, you probably say, screw it, ain't worth it. Most of the people talking about these CEOs and all the money they make or whatever don't even know what all they do or have to do or responsible for. You think it's not fair that they make so much and their employees get $12 an hour? Oh, go start your own store. Go start your own tool store or retail store or burger joint. Pay your employees more. It's shitty that McDonald's employees only get paid $10 an hour when their CEOs get millions. Like, well, have you offered hiring those McDonald's employees for work at your business? If not, then shut the fuck up right now. Stay in your lane. Brian can't even find people who pay $1,000 a week to pass out flyers. Start a business, you do that for free. And you pay for them out of your own pocket too. You work a night job to pay for flyers to pass out for free. You start a business. That's why business owners make more. Later on, after a year or two or three. There's some business out there that Joe Smith read about. It make business didn't turn a profit till after a year, and they didn't start getting their own personal paycheck till after 2. They're not getting paid more. They're not getting paid all this money. They're getting paid a lower salary, and then half their pay is back wages. From all those hours programming that website in their basement or garage or tinkering with putting the computer together, or writing code for operating system, or passing out flyers and posting ads. Joe Smith here and Brian been working at night in between, posting ads on Facebook pages nationwide, trying to find recruiters to post ads on their free time after they get home from their other job. The time that they're seeing on Facebook already, posting stupid memes that had already been posted millions of times by everyone else. Offering to pay them 10 grand for every branch manager they recruit. Can't even find a recruiter post ads on their free time for 10 grand per employee hired. Those poor employees at Harbor Freight and McDonald's only get $12 an hour, but they can't post some ads for 20 minutes when they get home to make 10 grand per employee recruited. And those poor employees want to stay poor. You don't know their circumstances or situation, so don't be whining about them. Worry about you. And Joe Smith guarantees you that every Harbor Freight employee is happy with what they're making, otherwise they would quit. Same with McDonald's, Walmart, Amazon. If they're not happy and they're not quitting, it's because they know that they ain't going to get paid more anywhere else. Because they're not smart enough. Not talented or skilled enough. They don't know how to do nothing but scan barcodes with a scanner and hit a couple buttons. How hard is that? So Smith's 7-year-old niece can do that. O'Brien's gone through 350 office employees. Started them all out between $100,000 and $250,000 a year. All quitter was fired within the first week. It's stupid. Phone ringing and they don't even pick it up. It's just saying playing on Facebook. Well, the boss is in the office watching them. Poor $12 an hour employees getting paid $100 an hour more than they're fucking worth. Ex-Met CEO of Harbor Freight, his employees get $12 an hour while he's sailing around in his yacht. Oh, maybe he sold some stock or something, or maybe he took out a $10 million loan. No, don't judge people by what they have or what you think they have. It might all be on loan and credit card debt. We've had customers here before. We wanted to do work in their house, and two $40,000 cars in the driveway and a $300,000 house, and inside there's a 20-inch CRT TV. It looked like it came from the Goodwill store, sitting on a cardboard box with a couple of beanbag chairs laying in the living room, and that's it for the living room. The kitchen is a plastic patio table and chair set from Walmart for their dining table. Paper plates and plastic spoons and forks for eating utensils. Bedroom is mattress on the floor. Clothes laying in a pile in the corner. Three other bedrooms completely empty. But everyone in town thinks that they got all this money. Those two $40,000 cars, they're on 7-year loans. House on 30-year mortgage. All they own is $50 plastic table and chair set, a $10 TV, a couple boxes, and a mattress. They ain't millionaires like everyone thinks. So don't assume someone has all this money or is a millionaire just because what you see on the outside. It might be poorer than you. Or if they do have money, you don't know where it came from. Don't assume it's because they pay their employees shit. Those employees voluntarily applied for that job at that pay rate and voluntarily accepted it. So apparently it wasn't shit to the employees. Maybe they got inheritance. Maybe they own Boeing or Microsoft stock or Pixar or something, Disney. And they're made a ton of money in the stock market. Maybe Eric Schmidt bought his yacht from Boeing and Disney stock or other stock or something that he bought 20 years ago or 25 years ago and sold and cashed in. You don't know. And you had a relative or something die and give it to him. You don't know. So, everyone, quit fucking judging everyone and just worry about your goddamn self. Someone wants to make more money, it's a free fucking country. They can go apply somewhere else. Tell them email Joe Smith or call Joe Smith here. They can come here to Walmartville and cut grass for $30 an hour. Not Mexicans making 60 grand a year and having 2 months vacation. Joe Smith paid them $40 an hour to come work in the shop. If they can put the lawnmower blade on correctly. So far, it's been about 20 out of 20 past employees couldn't even figure out how to put a fucking lawnmower blade on correctly. And Joe Smith had to let them go. Poor $20 an hour employees can't even put a fucking lawnmower blade on correctly. Getting paid $50 an hour more than what they're worth. Like that poor $12 employee that just killed his general manager of Buffalo Wild Wings because he can't read the fucking labels on a couple cleaning chemicals and mix them together and gas the place out. Poor $12 an hour employee, right? The manager's dead now. Some of the ads Joe Smith helped Brian post on Facebook. He put Brian's business email on the ad. About 45 people responded to Joe Smith's ads. 0 of them sent their resume to the email in the ad. All about 45, however many there were, give or take a couple, emailed or messaged Joe Smith on Facebook asking about the job. The first 5 lines of the ad was, "I'm just helping a friend post the ad. Don't reply to me on Facebook. Don't contact me. Don't post, comment below. Contact the email in the ad if you're interested." After Joe Smith told them all, they responded to the wrong fucking person. Contact the email in the ad. None of them ever did email their resume to the business email. The resume that they sent Joe Smith on Facebook Messenger. After Joe Smith gave them a 5-line paragraph telling them not to. Because they all clicked the button without reading the ad. Poor $12 an hour employees getting paid $50 an hour more than they're worth because they can't even read a fucking ad before they click a fucking button. And one of them, get this, was a former sheriff deputy bragging on his resume about how many court papers he served to people at the correct fucking address. Then he came and served his resume to the correct fucking address for an $80,000 a year job. That's supposed to be managing a dozen employees. Poor $12 an hour cop. He paid $50 an hour more than he's worth. Can't even read a fucking ad before clicking a button to reply. So don't worry about how much other people are making. Most of them are making more than they're worth. And those that are worth more, they're quitting and applying somewhere else. Or they're applying somewhere else, and then when they get hired, they're quitting. But a lot of people are happy where they're at, and they're willing to settle. A lot of them probably turned down promotions already. You're worrying about someone making $12 an hour. He probably got offered a promotion to be store manager at $25 an hour and said no to it. Because he didn't want the responsibility. Joe Smith's personally known people that said that worked at other stores around town and turned down promotions like that because they didn't want to do it. So don't worry about what others are making. Worry about yourself and your own damn family. And just because someone looks rich don't mean they are. And just because someone looks poor don't mean they are either. Some of the people are working don't even need to work. They're just there doing that $12 an hour job because they're bored. Retired fucking millionaire probably, and they're just there because they're bored. Joe Smith's worked alongside people at United Way like that. Retired Army Colonel, that's also retired OBGYN. Fucking millionaire. Volunteering at United Way for free because he's bored. Trying to help out the community. So, stay in your lane. Especially if you're telling others to. It's been Joe Smith.